Hey everybody, this is Robin from Roaming with Rover. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to seeing. Typically, I am talking about a project that I'm working on or something that's coming up or something like that. You're probably familiar with my Finish It Friday videos where I show you my progress on ongoing things I'm working on, blankets, etc. Well, as many of you know, I'm getting ready to do my very first craft fair. Actually, it's not even a craft fair, it's a farmer's market. A lot of you know this is where I work on the weekends. I work here one day a week, and it is a company that's called ART, A-R-T. It actually stands for A Rendered Thought. And it is located in Millwood, Washington, which is just outside of Spokane, Washington. Here at this facility, this is a craft store, we do crafting classes. So all the different kinds of things that you see in here are projects that we make. We do classes for, in addition to the crochet and the fiber arts, they do things like palette painting and glass blocks. They make glass blocks. Let me flip you around and I'll show you just a quick idea of some of the things that we do for classes. There we go. So all those different things back there in that corner. Let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Nope, I cannot make it bigger. But no, that's it. So all the stuff that's over there against the wall is different kinds of classes that we do. And we decided this year that we were going to be involved in this farmers market, which also is a craft fair. And we would show off, some of the different kinds of things that we make. In addition, I would be able to show a lot of the knit and crochet things that I do. Selling our products there is, of course, part of it, but it's almost a side thing for getting our name out there into the community. And this particular farmers market literally is located, I can see the park from here where it's located. So it's going to be very, very close to where our location is, our building is. So having said all that, this farmers market it's every Wednesday evening, and 4 hours, 5 hours every Wednesday evening, and it starts May 31st and it goes until October 11th. So I think that's 20 weeks. 20 weeks. I feel like I have been working my little fingers to the bone, and I haven't finished a lot of stuff for this thing. So the good thing is I don't have to have like 200 things ready to go for a weekend craft show like you normally would have. But you do have to have a lot of stuff to go for that long. I do have some other people bringing things. I have a macrame lady. I've got a lady who bakes cookies. I have a lady who does machine embroidery. So we're going to have a variety of things there to show, in addition to bringing the different things from here that we do classes for. We're going to highlight one of those each week. But this is my first experience getting things ready to sell at a craft show. And I've been watching a ton of videos, and I know I appreciate seeing those videos, seeing what people are selling, and finding out pricing. At this point, I have pricing ideas for a few things. I'd like your feedback, constructive feedback. And I do understand that every different environment can handle different pricing, okay? This is not a high-end market. The emphasis is on fruits and vegetables and homegrown things like that. So I don't anticipate high-end sales. I can't see, and I've seen some beautiful work by you guys out there where you've made these beautiful stuffies and they are $50. I can't even imagine that would sell here. Possibly, who knows, but we'll see. So I'm trying to keep my range. At this point, I don't anticipate anything being over $30. and I anticipate the majority of my stuff being $15 to $20, maybe $25. So let's see what we've got going on. I am just literally going to bring up one item at a time, show you what I've got, and you tell me if you think this is something that'll sell, and if you think I've got my ideas right on my pricing. Because this is my first time doing this. Absolute first time. And the other advantage I have, not only do I not have to have 200 things ready for a weekend sale, I can read my crowd and see what's selling and what isn't selling. So that's going to be an advantage. And additionally, I can see, yeah, people are looking at this, but it's way too expensive. Or people are grabbing this up. So I know next week or in a couple of weeks when I bring it back, I can price it a little bit higher. I have taken into account how much materials for everything cost, and I know one way of pressing things is based on the amount of time it takes you to make it. I feel at this point that's not entirely going to work, because what I have been doing, we only found out about 3 weeks ago we were going to do this. So what I've been doing this whole time is gathering materials, gathering, I keep wanting to say recipe, but that's not right. Instructions. Gathering instructions on how to make all these things. Patterns, thank you, patterns, gathering patterns. And sometimes I have made something and not liked the pattern, and yes, it's done, but I won't make it again with that pattern. And often I have found 3, 4, 5 different patterns for the same thing. So right now it's a lot of trial and error, trying things out, seeing what I like, seeing what I don't like, seeing what yarn works, grabbing yarn that's on sale and being able to make things, and going from there. So let me show you what I've come up with. And some of these things are very, very common for craft fairs, I think. Where do I start? Okay, I'm just gonna grab, these are soap savers. I made this pattern up myself because I could not find one that I liked, and it's got a little loop on the end so you can hang it in the shower, and then it's also got a drawstring so your soap inside doesn't fall out. I had never heard of these, and when I started looking into them, I really liked the idea of having a soap saver so your bar of soap doesn't lay in the dish and get all slimy and wet and melt. Also, as your soap gets small and you've just got the slivers left, you can put 2 or 3 slivers in this and it'll still work. Additionally, if you're like me and you're always bringing home those little tiny soaps from hotels or from when you travel, you can put those in here and they work really well also. So, soap saver. These are made out of kitchen cotton. Most of the time, I am not going to know what kind of yarn I've used. I've been picking up yarn at the dollar stores. I've been picking it up at Hobby Lobby. I've gotten it at Joann's, plus just stuff that I've had on hand. I'm trying to use up stuff that I have on hand as much as possible. So this is just your basic kitchen cotton, peaches and cream type cotton, sugar and cream type cotton. I'm thinking $5 each for these. Let me know. Okay, that's hand crochet. This is a headband that I made on my knitting machine. Goes just like that. I've seen the littles wear them. This obviously is the adult side, but I've seen people also wear them with the design kind of on the side. Okay, knitting machine, probably $6, $5, $6. I'm also going to make kid sizes and also in a variety of colors. This is something I've been making for a while. It's the first thing I figured out how to do on my knitting machine, and this is a cup cozy. I wish I could do with my cup. Here it is. Oh, cup cozy. These will fit, you know, any cup. go, just like that. Isn't that cute? I love, love, love these. These are easy to make. And in fact, I may have just figured out a way to make them even faster. And I have probably 300 different buttons, and so I can put different designs on them. I was even thinking of leaving some of them blank, because it only takes me a couple of minutes to sew that button on, and then they could pick out the button they wanted. That might make it sell even more. I love this one with the little donut. Isn't that so cute? The coffee cup and donut. So I was thinking $5 a piece, $5 a piece, or a pair for $8. And again, I can do this in all kinds of colors and a bazillion different buttons. I have purchased some yarn for different colors of the different teams in our area, the different high schools, colleges, and of course, some of that rolls over into other teams. One of the things that we're making is the hair scrunchies, and this is just a little bit of leftover yarn from a hat. This is one of our local high school colors. In addition, this is the LA Lakers, I believe. Yeah, I already sold a hat made out of this. As I was making them, somebody saw it and wanted it. I'm thinking $5 for the hair scrunchies. This is something brand new that I had never heard of, but I have fallen in love with. And they are crocheted water balloons. And the little pattern that I found I really liked, and I altered it just a tiny bit so it looks like you've actually tied off the balloon on the bottom. So to me, this really looks like a balloon. And this one I am using, it's called Just Chenille, I think. Just Chenille, and this is dollar store yarn. It's actually Premier Yarn Company, Just Chenille. That's the label from it. Dollar store yarn. I can get 4 of them out of a skein with about this much left over. And I'm trying to find something that I can make out of this. I think I have an idea. So these guys are adorable. If you've never heard of these, which I had not, the idea is you dunk them in water and you check them at each other. They don't hurt as bad as a regular balloon when you get hit with it. You still get the fun of throwing in the wetness. You don't have to have somebody over at the faucet filling up water balloons and tying that knot. I hated tying those knots. And you don't have the big mess at the end. So somebody's not stuck cleaning up all those little bits of plastic. So I was thinking of selling these as a set of 2 for $5 or a set of 6 for $12. 6 for $12. I think that's a good price point right there. And I think most people will buy this set of 6. And I have got 2 sets of those ready to go, because that's how many it made. They did not have a ton of colors at the dollar store, but now that I know how this works up, I'm going to try getting one of the bigger ones. If these sell, I will get the bigger balls of yarn and make them up that way. And then I'll have more options for colors. I'm just throwing everything in a bag here after I show it to you. I love this. This came from Anya of Ophelia Talks. It's her design, her pattern. It worked out beautifully. It's a twister. Let me see if I can stand back so you can see what this thing really looks like. It's really cool. It's like a yard ornament, and it literally just twists in the breeze. And I put some little beads on the bottom to give it a little weight. She puts tassels on hers. I'm not much of a tassel person, so I thought I would like the beads. There's a problem with this. I love it. It was easy to make, but because it's so big, it took like 5 or 6 hours. Realistically, craft prices, there's no way I can get my money back for this. What I'm finding is people make them about this long. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make them shorter. And I'm going to just use this as, I'm going to hang it on our tent to catch people's eye. So it definitely has a purpose. And I still really love it. And it's going to go in my yard when I'm done with it. So a short one like that, $15. What do you think? $15? Yeah. Okay. Now we have, oh, it's way over here. Oh. Now we have a very, very basic thing that every craft fair has, and that's your Scrubbies. And I'm doing Scrubbies in 3 or 4 different styles, 3 or 4 different designs. And what I'm thinking, $3 a piece, $3 a piece, 2 for $5. What do you think? Is that enough, or is that not enough? Should they be $5? $5 seems too much. I like $3. I think $3 a piece, 2 for $5. Again, I want to know, those of you that have done craft fairs, those of you that shop at craft fairs, those of you that buy these things, tell me what you think for pricing. Okay, this is another thing I had never heard of before and never made, and these are lovies, little baby lovies. Isn't that just adorable? Again, I sold one of these as I was making it. You take a pre-done stuffed animal, and I call this a poncho. You make him a little poncho. You see, there's his little bum. So you can easily slip this off and wash it, okay? We're big basketball people in this town, so I got the little basketball one. The one I sold was $10. It was a family friend, and I probably underpriced it. I'm thinking $15. What do you think? $15 for him? $12? $12? $12 sounds better. I don't know. $12 for the lovey. It's going to be interesting to see what I actually end up with. Now, this lovey is a different story. Same idea, and in fact, I've decided to add 2 more rows to the bottom, 2 more rows of white. So even though he's officially finished, I'm still working on him. This, of course, is Big Bird. And as you guys know, this was the Big Bird set that you buy. And I had one. I put them in a different container. But it comes with the little head, and it comes with the yarn. These are expensive. So materials for this is in the neighborhood of $8. So I'm actually thinking $20 for these lovies. Yeah, a minimum of $20. And I had used a different pattern on this one, so it ended up smaller. So I'm gonna, in the future when I do it, I'm gonna do a different pattern, and I am gonna make it a little bit bigger. Additionally, I put the little button on the bottom, and that way you can take his head off if you need to wash him up. And it helps hold the head a little more stabler. So for sure, $20 for these. Yeah. All right, on the same Sesame Street vein, let me pull these up. The only thing I knew to do with the Sesame Street stuff was the hats. These are done on the knitting machine. Isn't he cute? I think that's Bert, or it might be Ernie, I can't remember. So that's a little hat. The camera's trying to focus on him. And I don't remember her name. She wasn't around when I was watching Sesame Street, when my kids were little, or when we were little. Abby something. Anyway, there's a hat made out of her. And one of my favorites, Oscar the Grouch. Oscar the Grouch. Oscar the Grouch. And the same thing, these guys all have the little button inside, so you can take them off and wash them and put them back on. I think that's important when you've got something that you're dealing with little kids. Again, these setups are very expensive, and so I'm thinking at least 20, if not 25 for these hats. So freaking cute. I will have at least one of almost, there was a couple I didn't get, but I can make almost a complete set of these guys. This is one I'm in the process of, and this is, he's so cute, Count Dracula. Isn't he adorbs? So we don't have his head on yet. but I'm working on it. Now the other thing, and again, haven't got it complete yet, but I just figured out how to do it. I can make a lovey on my knitting machine with these guys. So basically the bottom will be like this. It'll be solid across, closed up, but it'll be solid on the bottom. So it'll be probably about this length. The head will be on top. And then I gotta make little arms. And I'm making the little arms out of this same fabric. So he'll have little arms on the side. Because you can't wear a hat all year long. Not everybody likes to wear hats. And then they can still have this and carry it around with them. That was my thought process for that. And it'll be the same price. I think the lovey, the Sesame Street, the lovey or the hat will be the same price. That way they can decide which one they want. And it won't matter. Speaking of hats, I got the hats that I made. This, I remember this is Red Heart with Love. This really worked up nice and big and thick and heavy. I really like that hat. I didn't put a palm on it because I used the entire skein of yarn for this, but I was able to buy another skein, so I think I'm going to put a palm on this one. I think it'll look better with a palm. All of these hats that are not the specialty Sesame Street, I'm thinking $15, especially with the palm. $15 for a nice fat hat. Of course, it's the wrong time of year for a hat here, but later on, like I said, this one is going into fall. It's going into October. So by September around here, we're cold and wearing hats, September and October. And by then, you're also thinking Christmas presents. These two hats, same kind of thing, knitting machine. Look how different they make, and they're exact same yarn. So I bought this yarn from Hirschner's, and it's called MVP, Most Valuable Player. And it's combos of your most common school colors. So I can do the school color thing without having to buy 25 different colors. I got, I want to say 10, maybe 12 different school colors, and that took care of most of our schools. I still have to do a couple where I have to probably do some stripes, or I got some 3-weight, and I'm going to try on my machine and combine using two strands of yarn at the same time and see how it works out. Again, these basic hats, $15. Okay. Here are a couple different styles of, a common thing at these craft fairs are kitchen towel holders. And a lot of times you'll see the towel with it crocheted on the top. And I do like that. I found a pattern I really, really like. And so I'm going to do some of those. But also I found some ways to do it on my knitting machine. So this one is the first way I came up with. I'm not sure if I love it. I want your opinion. So you put this part over, let's say the rod, your stove or whatever, and then the towel goes into this part down here. I like it because it's bigger and it's got a lot of stretch to it, and you can put even a big thick towel in there. Isn't that pretty? I like the design on this. It's very substantial. It's going to hold up well. This little towel says, "Life is a beautiful ride," and this color coral matches some of the flowers in the basket. Funny thing, I thought this coral was going to be easy to match. It really wasn't. This is really the only towel that I had that worked well with it. I thought this nice springy summery color, but no. If I had a white towel, I've got a gray towel that this would work with. And then again, I've got a million different buttons that I can put on there. Don't have a bicycle button though, that would be cute. I'm thinking with the towel, $10 for these. The towel holder and the towel, $10. Do you guys like this style of towel holder? Tell me. Completely washable, again, off the knitting machine. This is the other style of towel holder that I found, and I think I like this style better. So again, knitting machine, and then I crochet it to a hoop, the wooden hoop, again with my button. This part goes through, and you can laugh at me. I did not realize I thought you were supposed to like put this over a doorknob and then you put your towel through here, which would probably work, but then somebody said, no, it's upside down. This is how it goes. Oh, okay. You can tell I can't use those at my house. Mister just wads them up and throws them wherever. There's no way I get these. I use these for one decorative tile that we don't actually use. So one that like matches my kitchen, or it'll be a pretty holiday towel that doesn't actually get used. That's what I use these for. Then he doesn't mess with them. So that's what I had in mind when I was making these. Something that maybe isn't going to get used all the time. It's more for decoration. Now, I am having a hard time sourcing these at a reasonable price. So I came up with this one, which was the metal ring, and I love this, and that's a little motorcycle. How cute is that for a boy's bedroom, a boy's bathroom, in your kiddo's room? Or if you've got a kitchen where you have a lot of stainless appliances, or you've got one of those hanging pot racks, or you have a lot of black in your kitchen, I think this looks better than this. This looks more country. This looks more modern, stainless. I can see my grandson having this in his kitchen, but he would not have this in his kitchen. I really like that. And of course, I did the motorcycle with somebody that I had in mind who didn't like this style at all, but I knew she would like this. And she did. As soon as she saw the motorcycle, she says, that looks so cute. So, yeah, I like this design a lot. And again, knitting machine, crocheted onto the hoop. Same price. I'm thinking, I was going to sell these individually, and I still might. So individually without a towel attached, what did I say, it was going to be $10 with it. Six without a towel, 6 or 7 without a towel. And then, wait till you see this one. So freaking cute. I found a bee towel. So I knew I had to make a special bee one. So I did it black for the top, and then the little button is a bee. Isn't that adorable? And I've got another button that looks like a little flower like this. It's a little yellow flower with a white center. So that's gonna look super cute too. Super cute. Now those work really well with the wooden ring. And again, $10 for this. I feel like $10 for this is a fair price. I really do. With the towel attached. And then if I make the other one with that other button, so you would have one with a bee button, one with a flower button, 2 for $18, or am I cutting it too much? Just 10 bucks a piece. I think just $10 a piece. But if somebody offered me 2 for $18, I'd probably take it. Too cute. Okay. Oh, and then I got these guys. So, I have had these, what are they called? Appliques for a while and did not know what to do with them. And then I ran into this the other day. Project bags. Just little project bags for those of us who do our crochet or whatever. See, this one says Yarn Queen. Little project bag. This is canvas. It's completely washable. It is not lined. But it has a zipper. This is a nice size too. You can see 5 by 7 maybe even bigger, 6 by 8. I should measure them and find out. But I think this is the perfect size for a project bag. And I've got this one. This one says I have my degree in yarnology. This says I came, I saw, I crafted. So I'm thinking $5 for these, $5, $6. I like the idea of keeping it even so I don't have to have a lot of change, a lot of ones, that sort of thing. So $5 a piece for these, I'm real happy with that. And then I saw this adorable little purse. I should take that tag off. So it's a little purse, same canvas material. It's got a zipper on it. It's got a nice long, so you can wear this crossbody. Look at that avocado. Isn't that adorable? So cute. Same price. I'm going to keep all of these the same price so they can just pick whichever one they want. $5. I can see a little girl or little boy carrying one of these bags with them. But you could also use this as a notions bag if you wanted. I like the idea of one of these to carry around at a craft fair, so I only need 2 or 3, you know, something for my phone, a few bucks, some chapstick, and I'm good to go. A little bitty thing like that. And then I found one in black. Isn't that too cute? This happens to remind me of one of our high schools in the area. These are their colors, and their symbol is a tiger. So that's what that reminded me of. But $5, $6 for these? Yeah. Love, love, love it. Okay. The finale. Yeah, we're almost done. I know, we've been going on forever. The finale. I fell in love with these when I saw them, and I knew I wanted to make them up. And I think these are going to be a good seller. And these, well, I will have to charge a little bit more, but I know you guys have seen them. The little pot, the little flower pot, so cute, right? The little flower pot. Okay. These come out, and they are coasters. So this one is the leaf. It's a leaf coaster. So there's 2 of those. And these are sunflowers. Isn't that just too cute? 2 little sunflower coasters and 2 little leaf coasters. So cute. And then they all fit right inside of this little pot, the little basket. I love these. I love them. And I think they're just so cute, and they're going to look so cute on your table. And then when you need a coaster, and then you just set them back inside. You fold these in half and in half, in half and in half, so in quarters. And then you just put these back inside where the leaves are. I think this is something I'm going to have to explain to a lot of people, but once they know what it is, they're going to fall in love with it. So there's your plant, potted plant. I think, I almost said 30, but I think 25. 25. Yeah, 25. And here's another style. This one is bigger. It has a little different basket. Again, I was trying different patterns. I actually like the basket on this one better. I like, it's got a better flat bottom, but this one is better for, and I can just make that one like 1 more row bigger if I need to. I did not like this pattern. It turned out cute, but the pattern itself was miserable. Now that I have got it figured out, I can easily make it again. But how cute is that? In fact, I ended up, this was the first one. Which one was the first one? One of them ended up way too big, and I had to change her pattern. This is the one. It ended up, I mean, it won't even lay flat. It's too big. It's too big. So this one you would use for like your teapot or, you know, something like that. And then these would be, or a great big, maybe a plate with some cookies on it. And then these are your 2 side coasters. So, so cute. Let me show you though. And I'm gonna take a quick, I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can see what it looks like with something on it. Okay, hang on. Okay, there, that's what it looks like with something on it. The 2 smaller ones, and then that's the big one. So this is a 22-ounce cup, I think. There, that's quite a difference. That's what I would call the coaster size, and that's what I would call the other one. So I think they're adorable, but the pattern was just awful. And I have since found a pattern that I like better. So probably I will not make this pattern again. Never say never though, right? So again, just fold them up. Fold them up. That looks like a flower, doesn't it? With the little leaves inside. So darn cute. So darn cute. And then you just put them inside the basket. And they really do fit in there just that easy. You really just fold them in half and shove them in there. I'd like to ruffle this up a little bit just so it looks more flowery. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to putting these together. So that's it. Again, $25 for sure. I think for sure 25. Okay, that's it. That is the extent of what I've got ready for the craft fair. I know it isn't anywhere near the number of things, and there's still more things I want to make. I want to make hair bows. I want to make market bags. Catch my other video about the market bag debacle. It was so bad. If I figure it out, I will link it so you can push it right up here. Yeah, it's called Yarn Fail. It was so bad. But this is what has happened. I've been working on all these things, and because of the yarn fail, I actually hurt my hand, and I'm having problems crocheting right now. So everything that I'm doing are things that I can do on my knitting machine with maybe just crocheting like a little bit of edging or something like that. I'm not able to even do what I would call production crochet right now. I'm letting my hand rest. Hopefully after a week or so, it'll be back to normal. But right now, we're out of commission. So thankfully, I've got that knitting machine and I'm able to pop out some things with that. Thank you so very much for joining me today with this, my first ever getting ready for a craft fair. I will let you know what other things that I make. I will let you know how we do our setup. I don't even know how to do that. Again, never done it before. So, and we are going to be showcasing multiple people, so we got to do things a little differently. So I will do a video on that, and then of course I will try to do a video, maybe a live, impromptu live at the craft show. That'll be fun. And then how things sell, what we ended up with pricing, and what we make. Thank you so much for popping in. I know this one is a little bit long, but we had a lot to talk about today. Please like if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more of them. I would appreciate it if you'd subscribe. It helps us tremendously. We will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.